Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast,
Where's the energy, Juan?
where, you
I'm wearing
know,
black today for your funeral.
I fucking hate you. I wish we still had our intro just so I can get like a moment to sulk in it in the show, because I feel like before that would be like my passage to like, all right, we're going to get the show going. My funeral's time. We're going to talk about the Raiders, but not a good day, bro. Not a good day for me. Very. You know what sucks, Max? I think I've
Tell
told you
me.
this before, and I'm pretty sure I've said this on the podcast. I hate when the Raiders play at 10 a.m., but then I like it. I like it because I don't have to wait all day for the game. It's one of those things you just wake up, game's on. I love it. But I fucking hate when they lose.
The rest of the day was
It
ruined,
makes
right?
yes, the day
Okay.
is fucking
Okay.
ruined for me. I'm just like, fuck this team, fuck that team. Like,
Well, one, don't feel bad, man. Do not feel bad. There's a lot of teams that lost. I personally don't know. I mean, I don't know.
you don't know how that feels,
I don't
you
know.
know?
What does that feel like?
You're just probably, the Eagles are probably just like the best team in the league, probably, perhaps.
I like to think that Bird Gang.
It's
Ah!
looking it's looking like that, man. But welcome to the show, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are at 506, I believe, right now. You guys have been killing it on the clips. You guys have been killing it on the reels, or YouTube shorts, should I say? But yeah, continue to support us. We appreciate it. And if you guys are already subscribed to the channel, hit the like button. Everyone, just hit the like button in general. You've got to the point this far into the video, hit it. It's free, it's quick, and it supports the channel, dude. It helps us out tremendously.
Yeah, bro. You know we appreciate you.
Let's get into the appreciation of another amazing football Sunday. And let's start off with storyline that I felt like was the biggest today. The Buffalo Bills end up falling to the Miami Dolphins in that humid ass weather, like I said, 19-21. Let's go over some of the stats for this game. Josh Allen, 42 out of 63, 400 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Tua had a decent day. The stats don't really tell this one. 13 for 18, 186 yards, a touchdown. And then along with the receiving for this one, Stephon Diggs, 7 catches for 74. And Jalen Waddle, 4 receptions for 102 yards. All right, Max. Where do we start? The Bills lost. They're not perfect.
But
They're
Miami
not
is
perfect.
one. Miami is. And there's a weird thing with this game. First of all, at the end of the first half, Tua gets roughed by Matt
A
Milano.
fucking
And
wrecked.
literally, I would say there's no way this guy's coming back into the football game. He's walking
Right.
around, looks concussed. The NFL is investigating it as we speak because
Yeah.
I can't believe they let him back out there. But he comes back. It's not an amazing Tua game. He made some plays where it happened, but this was honestly an ugly game. I watched this game from start to finish. Uh, it was ugly from the start. One, it was heavy. It was humid. Guys were cramping. The Bills were playing with 4 new defensive backs, lost 3 tackles, a new center.
Yeah.
There was a play before the half where Josh Allen went to spike it, but then he threw it to Diggs and was like, "What happened?" He bobbled the snap, so if he spiked it, it would have been intentional grounding.
Yeah.
So if you're a Bills fan, you say, "Hey, we played them to a standstill. We had a chance at the end of the game." Hashtag butt punt. Um, so yeah, if you're a Bills fan, you feel, hey, we were in this game. We had a lot of injuries. We had some offensive line miscues where they got a short field and then were able to punch it in. But I mean, that guy, number 17 on Buffalo, link our video, Josh Allen, he broke
Yeah.
the game. He's the best quarterback in football. If you are a casual fan, you don't watch a lot of football, you think Miami's the more talented team just by looking at the players, the plays some of their guys made. And then you see Josh Allen, it's like, holy crap, this is the best player on the field. There's a difference. I know Tua won the game and the Dolphins won. There's a difference between Josh Allen and Tua Tagovailoa, and that
Yeah.
was evident all game long.
You got to give the Dolphins credit, man. Where credit is due. Last week, it was all about the Tua show. You know, it was all about the Tua stats, 6 touchdowns, you know, whatever, the big comeback. This game, it was very impressive, just them as a team. And it just goes to show you that me and Max are consistent with what we preach. We don't look at the box score and assume, oh, Tua only had 186 yards. He must have not played that good. No, he played pretty good.
I
He
thought so
played
too. Yeah.
he played manageable football. Like that's all Miami needs him to do. And Miami is cooking with something here. They've won 3 straight games. They're 3-0, and they've won them all different ways. Like I felt like with last week's game, it was just explosive plays, you know what I mean? Just big plays on the defensive end and on the offensive end. And then today, stuff just simply wasn't going 24/7 for the Dolphins on the offense, but they kept with it. The defense was amazing, I felt like at times. Like when they needed a stop, they got a stop. Yeah, they got some breaks, of course, at the end, like Isaiah McKenzie, I think, the one who didn't get out of bounds.
Yeah, he just I mean, I think it was so hot, Juan. Stephon Diggs isn't
It
on the
look,
field.
you
You
said it. You said it. It was hot as fuck. I had the game on. I had it on like my main game. I have the Raider game on the big TV, but on my iPad, I like to put a game that I like to keep a close eye on. It was this one. I swear, every time I looked down, there was a guy fucking hurt. Like
yeah.
I thought Stephon Diggs was seriously hurt at one point, but he was just cramping, it looked like.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So if you're a Bills fan, and shout out to Bills Mafia one that showed up in droves to the game, you lost your 2 starting safeties for this game. Your 2 starting cornerbacks, 3/5 of your O line. You're not really like, damn, these guys beat like you guys had a lot of miscues, and especially one if you kept an eye on the Chiefs game, you saw how much confusion like offensive lines are kind of dealing with right now. There were so many times where free rusher hits Josh Allen, especially with that Miami exotic blitz package. Like Melvin Ingram came through. I think he forced a fumble or either recovered it. Short field. Tua didn't the game wasn't on Tua's arm today, but Tua didn't
Yeah,
lose the game. He didn't really win it, but I would say he
exactly.
played well. He
Yeah,
freaking played well. Now, Josh Allen played out of his fucking mind. If it's not Josh Allen back there, this game might be blown. That might be a blowout for Buffalo.
yeah.
He's making guys miss. Christian Wilkins is being a fucking baby. Josh Allen is getting a taunting call. I'd love to see the rivalry because for so long we've just thought this is New England's division,
Right.
but now the Dolphins are there. Uh, the Bills are the front runners, even though they're 2-1. It's
This
just
is
getting
huge.
feisty. It's getting into like a really good division. And bro, I know the Jets lost today, but I think they're getting feisty, especially Quinton Williams on the sideline.
We said it in the preview, man. I would say more me because I know you were still giving Billy B some credit, but I said it like it's a changing of the dominance in the AFC East. Like I felt like all 3 of those teams, the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins, were all better than the Patriots. And I felt like they've been showing it all year so far. But shout out to the Dolphins. They get the win. I'm impressed with them. You know, I thought there was really only one way to win with this team. It was Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle really getting going. But they showed me today they have a defense and they're capable of winning just any type of way, whatever to get the job done. And we don't show team stats on here. You know, we usually do the graphics for the individual players, but it's crazy. NBC showed it on the discrepancy of the 2 stats team wise. I think the Bills ran 90 plays compared to I want to say like 60 or something for the Dolphins, if that. That's insane. The Bills dominated them on every statistical category and they still won. That's impressive. That's very impressive for a team like the
Yeah.
Dolphins.
But like I said, if you're a Bills fan, it's nothing to shake your head at. And I don't know if you are you good with this game because I kind of want to transition something from Miami and I want to hit
Yep.
your game if that's possible
Let's do it.
because this is my
Let's
Raider point. So this is kind of like a Miami slash Raider point. As we all know, the Raiders lost, bringing them to 0-3 on the season. And so, one, here's what I want to say, and you can tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. You look at a team like the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa is not as good a quarterback as Derek Carr, but you just look at the O line. You have Armstead. You have a guy like Austin Jackson. I know he was hurt today. Then they have weapons all over. They have Tyreek Waddle, Cedric Wilson, River Craycraft coming out of the woodwork. And then they have a
Yeah.
really talented defense. And I
Raheem
bring that up.
Mostert, Chase
Yeah,
Edmonds.
all these guys. And I bring that up because for a Raider team, a lot of people had expectations. What did they have other than Devontae Adams on offense? They got Waller.
Darren Waller, the highest
Waller.
paid tight end in the league.
Waller. Okay, you want to say Waller? I don't think Hunter Renfro is not a Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill type guy. The O-line is abysmal, other than Colton Miller, in my opinion. I feel like you guys can't protect Carr. He's constantly under pressure, moving around up there. Your run game's really not up there in the great run game. So am I wrong in just the way I look at the Raiders, and I just saw them today, and I was like, there's not really a lot of players out there. Like, I know you got Crosby. I know you got Nate Hobbs who's solid. Am I wrong, or is there kind of just like a lack of talent on this Raiders team that maybe we just kind of saw last year? They were playing out of their minds. I don't know.
I would
You tell me
say
if I'm wrong.
I I think you got something going there. I would say we're very top heavy. Obviously,
Well, I just look
I
at
think
you guys are going to Mac Hollins
yeah,
in crunch time, and yeah, I get it. He had the game of his fucking life. You don't want that though.
right,
He shouldn't be your
right.
number 2.
Look, straight up, Max. This game falls on the coaching staff, and honestly, dude, you bring up Waller. Waller was terrible today.
I feel like him and Carr can't get on the same page. One, and I mean,
I don't think
cost
that's the
Carr.
problem.
I don't know.
He can't catch the fucking ball. He simply can't catch it. Wide open touchdown, drop, and then the pick that Carr had dropped in the end zone, and then to top it all off, you go to him on the game tying attempt for 2 points. Why would you go to him? He's already been dropping everything. Why don't you go to? Here's an idea, Josh McDaniels. Go to your best fucking player on the team by far, Devontae Adams. The blasphemy that this team has of not getting Devontae Adams involved, and I don't care who it is, whether it's McDaniels, whether it's Lombardi, whether it's Carr, it blows my fucking mind, dude, because he is obviously the best receiver in the game. Who do the Titans have at corner, Max? Nobody. Come on.
Christian Fulton, your boy.
What
Caleb
the fuck?
Park.
Christian Fulton was getting fucking killed by Matt Collins.
You didn't even mention one that there was a play where Waller ran the wrong route and ended up running in front of Adams, who was open for a touchdown, and that fucked it up too. Like the first half one, I kept an eye on this game too. It was just seemed like the Titans were doing whatever they want. Like, I can't believe Derrick Henry only had 20 rushes for 85 yards. It seemed like he was destroying you guys, and it seemed like everyone on the Titans was running free. Like, Robert Woods is catching the ball like Justin Jefferson in week 1. And yeah, you guys lost by 2 points. And this brings me to my main point. It's not that crazy to say the Raiders could be 3-0 right now.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Like, they were like a couple plays away from winning this game. And I know a lot of teams can say that. But for a team that's been so criticized and has so much high expectations, look, you guys collapsed against the Cardinals. Like, you guys had that game won. The Chargers, you guys threw 3 picks and were on the drive to win the game at the end. There's a fucking realm where you could be 3-0. Like, you can't say that about the Colts. You can't say that about the Niners. You can't say that about the Jets. The Raiders are right there. And I know everyone feels shitty. I agree, Josh McDaniels, but you know, that's I don't think he's in trouble of losing his job but like, you're gonna start feeling a little hot. He's gonna get a little hot. Like, the butt warmer's on.
Like, honestly, dude, like I disagree with you saying that we can't run the ball. I feel like we just don't run the ball. It's not an issue that if we can, it's just we don't. Sometimes we just get in this mode where pass. And I'm sorry, like, when you have a bad offensive line, Max, what's one of the worst things you can do? Go fucking empty fucking set.
Yeah, make it one-dimensional. Everyone knows you're
dude,
passing the ball.
We go empty set at times, and our fucking line gets killed. So I expect that. You know, a lot of people used to talk shit about Gruden. I was one of those people. I've had my shit talking about Gruden as far as his play calling. But I'm sorry, dude. Gruden would do a way better job of protecting the quarterback as far as giving him a chance, because he would go in I formation. He would go run heavy sets, and he'll have a tight end chipping with Foster Monroe, or if it's Alec Ingo out there. McDaniels, on the other hand, it's just fucking empty set. Let's go out there and throw the ball. And we've just proven for 3 straight weeks we cannot do that on a consistent basis. And we get caught up in throwing the ball way too many times. Look, it's on the coaching staff, it's on Waller. It's honestly, it's not on Carr. Whoever was watching that game, you're on drugs to say if Carr literally had almost a perfect game. He really did. I didn't see him miss many fucking balls. He made throws in there that if Patrick Mahomes was on the screen, we'll be fucking slobbering all over it. The throw that he made to Matt Collins for
oh my god,
with the game on the line, unbelievable. And then the one to Matt Collins again on the left side when the game was on the line, like
unbelievable,
incredible throws.
Yeah,
incredible throws. So I don't put it on Carr. I really don't. Every Raider fan out there is gonna blame Carr. They're gonna say Carr's not enough, Carr's not this, Carr's not that. But honestly, defense sucked, coaching staff, and Waller. The only guy on defense, like you say, Max Crosby, dude. Unfucking believable.
Well, that's why I bring it up on. It's like I see your defense, and I will say this play was like the microcosm of the game. It was 3rd and 15. You guys are playing so fucking deep back. Lex Hilliard, or whatever his name is, scoots out the backfield. Abram takes a horrible run, like an angle. Like scampers for 15 yards. They're backed up. It's like that shit can't fucking happen, dude. Yeah. That shit doesn't happen to good teams.
Completely agree. And we're on the other side of this, Max. I said it last week. We're 0-3 in close games. Last year, we're like, I want to say we're 6-0 and any type of like one score games or overtime, whatever. We're on the other side of this, dude. And I know that you can look at it like that and say we can be 3-0, but the facts are that we're not. We're not, okay? We're 0-3. We have the worst record in the league. Are we the worst team in the league? I don't think that. But in an AFC West, that's tough. In an AFC, that's tough. The Raiders got themselves into a hole, and the numbers are not doing them any good since like 1970 from the Lions. I think they're like one of the last teams to make it when they went 0-3 or something. Some fucking stat
the
like
good news
that,
is there's 17 games now. That's not a 16-game season anymore. So maybe we should throw all those stats away. Look, I'm not writing off the Raiders. Like, I think playoffs are far-fetched, but they're not going to be this. They're not going to lose every fucking game. They're not a calamity. You know what? I look at this roster, just me personally, I don't see a abundance of talent. Like, you look at Kansas City, you look at a team like the fucking Colts that luckily won today. I'll be like, damn, that's a talented team. They're underwhelming. Yeah. So it's what you look at when you look at the Raiders. And I look at them and I see top heavy guys. I see Carr, Waller, Adams, Crosby. Then there's a drop off. Maybe you want to throw in the left tackle. What's the left tackle? Colt Miller. Who else is even serviceable on that line? No one.
I really like Dylan Parham as a rookie. He's been doing really good. Everyone else is trash, though.
Yeah. So it's just, look, the Chiefs lost today. Denver won today, looking horrible, and the Chargers lost.
So Max, they got the Broncos and the Chiefs up next.
You win those 2 games, you're back in it. You're fucking back in
That's
it.
easy to say. That's
very easy to say. But look, if we want to go talk about Denver, which it might be a good segue.
Yeah.
You look shit for 3.5 quarters with a $250 million fucking quarterback. So I'm not.
So
really
you're on my boat now, right? You're
what?
On my boat that something's fishy with Denver, right?
Yeah, 100%. They look like dog shit. They're lucky Jimmy G pulled the freaking Dan Orlovsky and was like, "Hey, I'm out. Peace."
Yeah. Like, as you guys know, dude. Like, I'm so fishy on Denver.
Teams
They
got to be 0-100 if your quarterback runs out of the back of the end zone. I can't believe the Dolphins won that game and they had a fucking punt up a guy's asshole. And no, it's not the punter's fault. That guy's on top of his foot, bro. Where the fuck is he supposed to kick it? He kick it up his ass, bro.
That was hilarious, dude. But yeah, Niners lose tonight in Mile High. Denver gets the win 10-11. Fucking weird ass score. This game was boring as shit. Garoppolo 18 for 29, 211, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Could have had 2, honestly. People were saying, Max, that Garoppolo did it on purpose, getting a safety because it was better to give up 2 rather than 6. Trash regardless, my guy. Wilson, Russell Wilson, up. 20 for 33, 184 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Deebo Samuel, 5 catches, 73 yards, and Cortland Sutton, who had an 8-catch, 97-yard day. Look, it came down to one drive. It really did. I don't think the safety was big, but it came down to finally, as bad as Denver has looked, Max, and as corny as I think Chris Collinsworth is, he nailed it on the fucking money.
He kept calling out Russ, which I thought was like,
oh,
excellent.
yeah. Right.
And this is the guy who historically is always like, Russell Wilson, ow.
Right.
I never got
on the nutsack. Yeah, like on the nutsack. He was really critical of Russ, and he kept on banging on the table like, oh, this is where your $1 million quarterback.
He got to make a play.
Yeah, got to make a play.
One, he's got to make a fucking play.
When Boone dropped the pass from Russell Wilson, he's just like, I don't know what to say anymore. You got to catch the ball. I'm just
like I think Russ has some plays. Like he made some scrambles. He made this awesome like scramble, and then he shoveled it to a guy. But Denver's just anemic at stringing plays together. Like they can't put a fucking drive together. It's bad.
One of the biggest problems I think that they have, Max, they play Melvin Gordon way too much. The fact that Javonte Williams is not out there more for fantasy sake and for fucking just talent sake. Why Melvin Gordon continues to fumble, let's just mention that. He's had fumbling problems his whole career.
2 today.
I don't know why they keep on playing him. I don't know what Denver likes about him, but
he runs hard. Runs hard.
Yeah, right. And that's one of their issues. But the second issue is just like I think Russell Wilson is just kind of washed, and I don't think washed to the point where,
wow,
like he's terrible to the fact like, oh, he's a bottom fucking 32 quarterback. To me, he's just more in the range of like 11-10, like kind of like a Derek Carr. Like he can win you a game, but I don't think he's one of these guys where he can just have a bad team and carry them. I don't think he's that guy no more. He's not a top 5 quarterback to me no more. I think he's lost a step. I don't think his arm is as lively. He's not a scrambler anymore. I don't see it. These 3 weeks, I've seen the Russell Wilson that we seen in Seattle last year. That's what I see. There's no difference. And I thought, hey, he was hurt last year, dealing with some issues with his hand or thumb, whatever the fuck it was. Maybe that's it. Seattle kind of sucked, bad offensive line. Denver, dude, they're loaded. They're absolutely loaded. They got more than capable weapons. Their defense is elite.
I mean, you should be succeeding. Kept them in this fucking game the whole time. You know what I mean?
Like I get it, Max. I don't expect them to put up points like Buffalo or something. I'm not expecting that.
Oh, no, but it's been bad. It's been horrible.
But if you have
cakewalk first 2 weeks. 2 weeks was bad teams. You couldn't do shit.
36 possessions, Max. 36. Only 3 were scored.
And look, I know they had the 2 fumbles on the 1-yard line. That hurts the stats, but it just hasn't looked pretty. And I know their run offense is, it's going to help them win games, but no one cares about that. We want to hear about Russell Wilson. This is one of the marquee quarterbacks of the last decade. Juan's been one of his biggest fans. No. But the truth is, it's painful to try to watch him kind of be a quarterback at times. like when he's not kind of extending the play or throwing the ball deep, you're kind of like, what are we doing? What are we doing
Yeah.
here? Like when he has to throw the ball over the middle, I'm like holding my fucking breath.
He's always been like that though.
Yeah, he's
He's
always been
never
like this, but now it's like really like
really bad.
pronounced. It's getting
Yeah.
like it's like teams are like, oh fuck it, just make you throw it, and no one wants to do it. It's kind of like the opposite of Jimmy G. And Jimmy G, he's like, I'll throw over the middle all day, but don't even throw outside the numbers. Oh no, thank you, sir. So and then they try to say, this learning a new offense, which I get. Maybe it's gonna slowly come together. By maybe next week, he'll be like, damn, Russ looks good again. But you're a fool if you think he's Russell Wilson from 4 years ago. He doesn't extend the
Yeah.
plays the same. He doesn't scramble the same. He's kind of lost a step. And, I don't know if it's the play calling. Like, I need to see a little bit more. And I will say this in his defense tonight, that Niner D line was kicking some ass today.
That Niner defense is just good in general.
That's no joke. That your boy, the safety, Huanga, you actually Hufanga, you talked about him, I believe.
Yeah.
In our draft stuff. That was a diamond in the rough. Great find by you. But Denver, you've looked bad. You've looked really freaking bad on offense for 3 straight weeks. You're lucky your defense has pulled you out of it. You guys need to get better. Cortland Sutton's making plays, but this is a too talented of a team to look like this. And one on the Niners side, you're 1-2. How good do you feel?
Look, Niner fans got knocked into reality, and I would admit I got kind of knocked back in reality too. All it did tonight, Max, was remind you why the Trey Lance situation happened. That's all it was. It was
Jimmy
literally
G was awful, right?
It was just a smack in the face. It was just like, hey, don't you remember why we did this? And it's like, yeah, as bad as Trey Lance was, or bad situation, whatever the case was, the practices, we can go on and on about Trey Lance. The fact that it made everyone forget who Jimmy G was is crazy, dude, because it was a reminder today. It just reminded everyone, like, he's a subpar quarterback. He's not gonna win you games. That was the difference tonight. Both defenses were playing good, but who did you trust more? It was Russell Wilson, and that's as bad as it was. All you needed, Chris Collinsworth said it, all you needed was one good drive in this game. That's what it came down to. One good drive to score. Who led it? Russell Wilson. Who didn't? Jimmy G. And it's not surprising. This is why they drafted Trey Lance. This is why they invested in something like Lance.
That throw he had that was picked, 100% his fault. He threw the ball into heavy fucking traffic. The guy was draped, and another guy came to hit him, and there was a third guy right behind the play.
Yeah.
You throw that ball because he panics. He does his little thing. Yeah, he made a couple good throws, but I could point out 3 throws where I was like, there was a throw, I believe, Josie Jewell was covering Deebo Samuel one. He did like a wheel route. All he has to do is throw the ball on the money. It's a touchdown. Walk in.
No.
But because Jimmy G can't throw the ball well, he puts a lot of air under it. So Deebo comes back. So a touchdown becomes a 30-yard gain. That's the margin of error in the NFL. You stop me if I'm wrong, but that's a huge fucking play.
In a game like this, it was 10-11.
And that's a play where the Jimmy G's be like, he hit the ball, he hit the pass. It's not good enough to just hit it. You got to make it's a home run, bro. In the fucking Super Bowl, you had a touchdown to win the game. He missed it.
And Jimmy G kind of has Carson Wentz, Jared Goff type of vibes.
He loves to make a play. And if you don't throw the ball in 3 seconds, you're like, oh fuck, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no. Go back to the Rams game, the last play of the game for them, basically. Yeah. You're like, oh my god, this is gonna go awfully. Here, I'm gonna get sacked. I'm gonna flip it up. I'm not just gonna get sacked. And it's just he's not a playmaker, and he tries to make plays, and that's what happens. And for the Niners, you're a Super Bowl talented roster. I know Trent Williams got hurt today. I don't know if you got how bad it is, but you're 1-2. You don't feel good.
You don't feel good, but it's in a weak NFC. I still have confidence in the Niners that they will get their shit together. As bad as Jimmy G is, Max,
that's the key one.
He's gonna have a bounce back game. Like I said, he has that Jared Goff, Carson Wentz syndrome, where when you think he's down and out and he sucks, he has a horrible game like this, he can come back and have a very efficient game the next week and show you maybe he's not so bad. You know, he does just enough to
I
get you on his team.
This is how I would sum it up, and you should clip this. Good doing your job for you right now. With Trey Lance playing, you kind of gave you the belief that, like, damn, the Niners could be this, right?
Yeah,
They could be
ceiling.
this. They could be that. Wow, look at them throw the ball deep. And with Jimmy G in a game like this, you're like, oh yeah, this is what we are. We're a team where if he doesn't throw to wide open people, we're gonna fucking lose. That's what
That's
happened.
the difference.
It's when that Kyle Shanahan gets taken away and you have to play quarterback, you're going to throw the ball into triple coverage and get picked off. You're going to run out of the back of the end zone because you're a clown. That's what it comes down to, man. And that's what Trey Lance, it gave you like a little air of belief in this team. And now with Jimmy G, you're kind of like, oh, yeah, this is my reality again. It's in the biggest games. Is our team going to have to play so amazing to make up for him, or are we going to lose?
Yeah, like who do they play next week before we move on? I want to check, and I bet you it's probably an easy game for them.
Rams.
And oh, that's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. But he's gonna be able to. They historically play really good against the Rams.
Yeah,
They
McVay
have a
and
really good
Shanahan. Yeah,
record. Yeah, so they got Carolina, they got Atlanta. Those are two subpar teams. I won't
he'll
say
look
that they
great.
suck. Yeah,
He'll
he'll
look
look
great.
great, and everyone will forget about it. And then you got a big game against Kansas City. He's gonna shit the bed. It's just that's how Jimmy G rolls, man. And Niner
Jimmy G
fans need,
giveth, Jimmy
yeah,
G taketh away.
exactly. Perfectly said, man. Let's go ahead and move on to another shocker. Your Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh no, say it ain't so. One, say it
Talk
ain't
about
so.
talk about shitting the bed, my boy. This was one of the great things that happened today. This is the thing that put a smile on my face when I seen it. I started clapping up. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the Trevor Lawrence led Jacksonville Jaguars, 38-10, whooping in LA Town. Justin Herbert, 25 for 45, 297, one touchdown, one interception by my boy and your boy, Devin Lloyd, who's looking absolutely amazing. Trevor Lawrence, 28 for 39, 262, two touchdowns, zero picks. Joshua Palmer, 6 catches, 99 yards. And James Robinson, 17 carries for 100 yards and a touchdown. Look, man, I want to start this one off before we start getting into the Chargers. It is best off that we start off this topic with the Jags. Their defense is legit. They're not fucking Saxonville, but they're pretty damn fucking good, man. They got something back. Josh Allen is something to be reckoned with. Trayvon Walker is a great piece to have with this defense. Devin Lloyd, Andre Sisco, just numerous guys that they have who are competitive, talented, and they're putting it all together, and they're a fucking handful to deal with in 3 weeks now. Like, they've only gave up 10 points in 2 weeks. They've been fucking up teams, man. The Colts just beat the Chiefs, so they're not that bad. Like, they beat two pretty decent teams, dude. And Trevor Lawrence, I think all that smack talking that everyone did last year on him not being good, we were part of it, but we're a part of it because we thought the coaching. That's why. And we're
Yeah,
like, he
we
needs to
were
show us
never
something.
doubting the
No,
talent. We were
never
like,
like a bust. We're just like,
yeah, we were
fuck,
like,
like,
wow, if he was ever going to be a bust, this is the way they would start it
yeah.
with like shout out to Urban Meyer, doing a great job, asshole. Definitely, Trevor Lawrence today was the better 6'6" quarterback. Justin Herbert, I don't think he should have played this game. When we said it maybe a minute before we came on, I was like, man, he didn't look like himself. And then the Chargers were like, oh, we're not going to be able to stop these fools, and they're going to just do whatever they want. They ran the
Yeah.
ball. Sony Michel ran the ball 5 times, was their leading rusher. Then Eckler with 4 carries. How about you lean on the run game? I know you got the best right arm in football potentially in Justin Herbert. Doesn't mean you have to just air it out every play like you said about the Raiders. You can run the fucking ball. Eckler's a good running back. Their O-line's solid.
Well,
I
part of
just
it,
think the Chargers just got their ass kicked from head to toe, and I think it starts with the coaching. I think Brandon
yeah.
Staley and a guy I like, Horrible, horrible, horrible. You're 1-2, and you really should be maybe 2-1. And I feel like the Chargers feel like kind of like shit. And I know Joey Bosa got hurt one. I'm not sure how bad it is. I'll look it up real quick, but go ahead and say your piece.
Um, I think part of it, Max, you said like they didn't run the ball. I think they got down really early. They got down early, and Eckler, this is like an issue with him. He's a good running back, but he's not an all down back. He's just not one of these guys where he's a Derrick Henry or Nick Chubb where you can just bruise them all game. He's little at the end of the day, and I think it's a reason why the Chargers are always trying to find that second running back. But you hit it right on the money. Justin Herbert shouldn't have played today. There was no reason for him to play. I put this loss on Brandon Staley. I put this loss on um anyone on the coaching staff on the offensive side. Is just unacceptable, bro. They're dropping like flies. And Rashawn Slater went down today.
Yeah, so biceps for Slater, not believed to be super significant, and Bosa pulled his groin, believe. So he could be out maybe a week or two. And for a team we talk about, it's like the Rams. They're top heavy, bro. They don't got 10
Yeah.
guys to come in and replace the few they have.
Yeah.
I
We're
feel like
too scared to pull the trigger on this one as far as like picking the Jags. But we knew it was gonna
I
gave
picked
the
19 to
Jags
20.
respect.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
We
this
had
will
close
be.
games. Yeah.
Yeah. Chargers, they need to get their shit together. The seat's getting hot in LA. There's still plenty of time to win this division. You're one game behind the Chiefs, even though you lost them, which is huge. Jacksonville, you look capable. I think the division's kind of theirs to win. It's theirs, or I kind of want to say the Colts, but at the same time, I don't want to say the Colts because I've been burnt by them. They're officially 1-1 and 1-1, 1-1 and 1-1. So
1-1 and 1.
that's kind of a mouthful. But dude, shout out to Indy. We picked them to win the game. I feel like we both were kind of like, you can't underestimate a desperate teams. And honestly, Juan, I don't know how you feel
You
that
picked
final.
the Colts?
Yeah, we both picked the Colts. Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
sure about
I'm
that?
100% sure. 100%. I had the same
I thought
thinking
I
you did.
got you on this one, man.
But no, I was going to say that last drive with Mahomes, I don't know what it was. I was like, something's going to happen where he's going to do a good job, but they're not going to win. I just felt like the Colts were going to win this game. Like everything was spinning their way. The Chiefs kicker couldn't make anything, but like, it was ugly, Juan. Go ahead, Juan. Take over.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. Colts get the dub today. Matt Ryan, 27 for 37, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mahomes, 20 for 35, 1 pick, 1 touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 21 carries, 71 yards, and Kelsey, 4 receptions for 58 and a touchdown. They just let the Colts hang around. That honestly, that's what it was. And Chiefs fashion, they have this tendency of doing this. They let teams hang around, and if you can capitalize on it, you can steal one from them. And that's what the Colts did. Because honestly, I don't know how many times in my head I seen Matt Ryan fucking play and was like, dude, he looks washed.
Bro.
And then I'm like, Matty Ice is back. And then I'm like, he's washed.
I can't believe the Colts won this game for. Let me just count the reasons. Let's see how many we can come up with. The Colts O-line had no capability of picking up a blitz today. Matt Ryan fumbled twice. Frank Wright had to go for it, and I don't think they got it once. It seemed like every time they went for it, they got fucked. 4, they couldn't sack Mahomes. He was making some magic. I don't know how the Colts did not play them in any facet. I don't believe they really did. They just kind of hung around, had one really decent drive here, decent drive there. Caught. I think
the
they
last
had a
drive was really good,
dude. Oh my lord, the game starts like this: 3 and out, muff punt, touchdown for the Colts, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. They get a stop, they get 3 points. I'm like, dude. And then they had something else happen. I was like, and they went for it and didn't get it, and I was like, oh my god. Just keep giving the Chiefs life. The Colts could have blown this game open if they just capitalized, but they were pretty bad. My confidence in Indy after this game it's up from like a 3 to a 5. But man, they still didn't look that great. We still got to see a little bit more from the Colts, and maybe Shaq Leonard coming back is the spark they need.
They need him.
But if I'm a Chiefs fan, I don't even worry about that. Don't even sweat it. The Colts were desperate. The Chiefs were kind of like, whatever. We got it.
If you're a Chiefs fan, because this is going to be a storyline, the media is going to eat this one up. I know you've seen it, but Eric Bieniemy going at it with Mahomes at halftime.
That ain't nothing. Go look at
You don't
Quinn
think so?
Williams, dog. That's something. Quinn Williams was about to fucking kill that dude. That's some. They had like a little spat. Like it was like that's like me and you
No.
in 2K back in the day. That ain't nothing. That's just
Yeah.
grown man being grown man. That's
Did
all
you
that
see
is.
LaShawn McCoy tweet about it?
No, what do you
Talking
say?
about because he has beef with Eric
Oh yeah,
Bieniemy.
yeah. He hates him. Yeah, I forgot. He
He
never
was saying
got the
that
ball.
he has no idea about play calling or pass game in general.
Totes.
Like he's a phony.
Totes my goats on that one.
I don't know. Look, I would say it is fishy that Eric Bieniemy's never been a head coach yet after all these seasons with Patrick Mahomes. I think that is something to be, keep an eye on and awkward, honestly. But just this is who they are. This is who the Chiefs are. They have games like this. And I agree with you. Like they'll be fine. They'll answer the bell next game and they're going to be good. The Colts needed this one. Desperate team, man. Desperate team. It's a big reason why we picked them. And they got to compete with the Jaguars because I think that's the only way the Colts are going to make the playoffs. Real talk.
Yeah, it's kind of like the winner gets in, everyone else is kind of like screwed.
Yeah. Let's move on to another big game. Green Bay Packers get the win today. This game was at the end ended just like the Raider game where the Bucks were driving down, they scored and had to get the 2-point conversion and they didn't get it. It's so funny though, Max. Before I go over the stats for this one, did you see the touchdown that Brady threw to
Russell Gage?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I want you to look back because I don't know if you remember from the Raider game, but the 2-point conversion that Carr threw to Waller, literally
Got batted
almost
down.
almost the same play as they ran, but Brady put it in a better spot. And it had me thinking, I was just like, that's kind of the difference right there. Like from quarterbacks. Like Carr could have put it in a better place right there, but that had me thinking. And I was hoping that the Bucks kind of get the 2-point conversion because I wanted to throw it in your face. Like that's why you have Brady, but they didn't get it done. So.
What's new, Tampa? What's new? What's new?
It's guy, Brady.
Yeah, Brady rushes the passer. Go ahead.
Rodgers in this one, 27 for 35, 255, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Brady, 31 for 42, 271, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Russell Gage, 12 catches, 87 yards, and the potential game tying touchdown. Romeo Dubs, whatever the fuck you want to call him. 8 catches, 73 yards, 1 touchdown.
That was a lot of that first drive. That was a lot of that first drive for him.
Yeah. To sum up this game, it was great defense. Both of these defenses showed why they're top dogs in the league. Rodgers and the Packers had a good start. After that, though, it was a fucking snooze fest. It was all defense. And I'm not worried about the Bucks. I'm not gonna come on here and say Brady is washed. He doesn't look the same. Dude, he's down 2 of his best receivers, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Like, people don't act like that's a big deal. That's a huge deal. He's throwing the fucking Brashard Perriman and Russell Gage out here.
Who's Aaron Rodgers throwing to again?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is throwing to some fucking trash.
Yeah,
but
I get you though. I get it because Mike Evans was suspended. We talked about that was going to be huge, and for like the whole day, Brady was like, "Please, somebody, please catch this ball. Please get like an inch of separation." The Packers, I think one could have put this game away, but they were. I think both teams were kind of determined to like lose this game. There was fumbles galore. Aaron Jones fumbled on the 2-yard line when he was going to go in for a touchdown. Vita Vea popped his ass, and then on the other side, Gage fumbled. Someone else fumbled for them. There was a lot of opportunities for both of these teams to win, but they're in dire need of playmakers, especially a wide receiver. Julio Jones is hurt. Wow, it's huge surprise, everybody. No kidding.
Yeah,
Chris Godwin's actually dealing with stuff. He'll be back. He'll be fine. Mike Evans, he'll be fine. He'll be there next week. The Bucks, the defense looks good. The O-line can kind of come together a little bit more, but they'll get healthier. They're missing Donovan Smith. They're missing Ryan Jensen. Bucks are going to be a player in this thing, man. I'd be shocked if they didn't get to the playoffs. And for the Packers, one really good piece of news, David Bakhtiari returns. They sorely need him back. They need something.
The Packers are going to be the Packers, dude. Like, it's going to be the Aaron Rodgers show in defense and run game. And the Bucks, on the other hand, a lot of talks are going to come out saying that Brady is washed. I really don't think
feel
so.
that way. And you know me, I hate Brady. I don't even feel that way.
But I hope that's not the narrative coming out of this game. They're 2-1. They'll be fine. They're in the NFC. The NFC is weak. Same thing with the Packers. Let's really get into these next two games, and then we'll rapid fire the rest of them. But we got to talk about this one. The Eagles, the Schlegels, the best team in the league, 24-8, beat down on the Washington Commandees, aka the Commanders. Carson Wentz returned against the Eagles. Play hard against your old team was dead this game. 25 for 43, 211, 0 touchdowns. Surprised he didn't have no picks. Jalen Hurts, 22 for 35, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Devontae Smith, a.k.a. Slender Man. I should have started this man in fantasy. He had 30 points on the fucking bench, 8 catches, 169 for a touchdown also. And then Eagles defense, if you didn't start them in fantasy, tough luck, my guy. 9 sacks. 9.
This game wasn't close. It was 24-2, and they got a garbage time touchdown. I'll say this for Wentz one. Kind of hard to do anything when you're getting sacked that many fucking times. And it wasn't like he's holding on to the ball too long. It was like, holy shit, the Eagles are just going to destroy everything in front of them.
No.
I said it last week. I've never been more wrong about a quarterback than Jalen Hurts. I still think that, but I also look at the team and we're like, holy shit, we built a roster. We got Devontae Smith, an amazing O-line that kind of struggled today against a really talented Washington front seven. But man, you build around your quarterback. You play a style that suits him. And I don't think any team's doing that better right now than the fucking Eagles. Jalen Hurts, you said put some money on him for MVP. I mean, it's him or Lamar. How are you going to argue that, right?
Yeah. Look,
Hurts, don't it? That's my new thing.
Hurts, don't it? I love Jalen Hurts, man. I love this Eagles team. I'm really glad that I seen it coming. I said that they were going to be the best team in the NFC when it's all said and done. I predicted them to win about 13 games. Jalen Hurts was going to have an MVP type season. Everything is coming to fruition. They're great, dude. I do truly believe you guys are the best team in the NFC. Maybe not the league. It's going to be tough playing teams like Buffalo and the Chiefs. Still got to see that. And the next test for Jalen Hurts, Max, is to play a team like Tampa Bay, where they're going to be like, you know what? We're going to rush 4. We're going to play man-to-man everywhere. What the fuck you going to do? You're going to make tight window throws? Do it. Beat us. And so far, he's been doing it with these teams, but he hasn't had a fucking monster like the Packers, like the Bucks, these ferocious defenses that play man-to-man.
Yeah, I would agree with you on. And the only difference is last year, I would say Devontae Smith's better. A.J. Brown's a huge improvement.
Oh, yeah.
And the Eagles, every game we've played, other than this one, I would say our old line's really fucking good. So we have the advantage most games. They played us to a stalemate, but there's going to be a team we play that whoops our ass. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but I'm just saying it. Just in football terms, Jacksonville next week, we have 2 monsters to defend with. We got freaking Josh Allen, like you said, and Trayvon Walker. Those are guys we got to take account for. But I still think the Eagles' O-line is such a strength. It kind of unlocks the whole team, just like our D-line won. I don't think there's an O-line that's going to bully the Eagles' D-line. I don't care. Put that down, mark it down. Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Fountain of Youth won. Josh Sweat. We get after it. That's what I love to see. Eagles are looking great. 3-0. You guys are 0-3. Fuck the Raiders. Go Eagles. Go Birds. Go. Fly Eagles fly. I'm sorry.
Oh
That's
my
mean.
god, that was mean, Max.
I
That
know.
was really
I
mean.
hate saying that. I hated it.
You like doing that? Oh, I
Oh,
like doing that.
I hate it. I hate being 3-0 right now. Shout out to Joey.
Look, let's go into another MVP candidate who's having an amazing year, and I'm happy for him. Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens get the win in Foxborough, 37-26. Lamar, 18 for 28, 218 yards, 4 touchdowns, 107 yards rushing, and a touchdown on the ground, I believe. Mac Jones, hurt in this one, talking about it's a high ankle sprain, looking like a little bitch getting off the field, acting like he's fucking dying out there. You should have seen his face.
Hey, Isaiah
You
told me
should have.
not. Don't say that. I saw him hobble. That's what he had a
I'm
ankle
not even
sprain.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Max. I can't talk because Derek Carr be looking like a little bitch sometimes when he gets hurt. Like the
Bro,
faces that they make
Mac
is
Jones
fucking
left that shit on the fucking field today. He was running for his life. He made some good throws. He made some dumb throws at the end of the day.
3 interceptions.
Yeah, some bad throws, but the Lamar was the difference. You know, that's the best way to sum it up. Mac
Yeah,
Jones, he might be a touch more accurate than Lamar in the short, but Lamar's explosive arm, his ability to run the ball, just put pressure on defenses.
yeah,
It's great. This Ravens team needs him so freaking bad for a team that
yeah.
we talk about kind of devoid of weapons on the outside, minus Mark Andrews and a occasional Rashad Bateman.
Hey, Devin Duvernay leads the league in touchdowns, I believe.
Go
Put some
fuck
respect on
yourself.
that man's name.
Go fuck yourself.
Pick him up in fantasy, my guy.
Go
Look,
fuck yourself.
but yeah, I'm really proud of the Ravens, dude. I think for them to bounce back like that after the game that they had last week, it was huge. And shout out to Kyle Hamilton, made a huge play on I think Devontae Parker. No,
I
on Nelly,
yeah.
on Nelson
Oh man,
Aguilar.
he looked like Marlon Humphrey, dude. I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
that was great. That was great. You love to see Kyle Hamilton make big plays like that. It's plays like that for their rookies to really get going, to get confidence. Because Kyle Hamilton's just one of these guys. It's been a tough start, broken down in coverages. Who knows if it was his fault or coaching staff, whatever. But love to see the Ravens succeeding. And just gonna say this: I told you so about the Patriots. They suck,
They
and
looked
I
good.
think
They didn't suck today. Come
they
on.
suck.
They
They
were in the
suck
game a little bit.
a little bit,
When the ball was
but they
kicked
suck.
off, they were in the game.
And I think
Oh,
I think Pittsburgh's a lot worse without without TJ Watt. And I just think from the Patriots beating them, we're gonna see throughout the season like the Steelers are not that good.
can we
So
hit on that Thursday night game for like a minute? Can we get into the rapid fire portion with that? With that?
let's get it. I don't think you got a graphic for that one though, Max. So
No, I
go
didn't.
ahead,
They don't deserve graphic. They played on Thursday night. Look,
fire it off.
let's just come up with one thing each. It's fucking Pickett time. It's Pickett time. Pickens the Pickett. Pickens made one of the best catches I've ever seen. Trubisky needs to go.
I agree with you. Deshaun Watson, you're on watch, my guy. Jacoby Brissett looked pretty decent. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nick Chubb, dude, amazing. Run game, amazing. Cleveland Browns defense, pretty good. They just got to keep on winning, dude. Get them, stack them up while you can. It was tough against the Jets with the loss, but you got to just win as many games
Could be
before
3-0
Watson gets
right now,
back.
man.
Exactly. That's the thing that sucks. Cincinnati Bengals 27-12 beat the New York Jets. Talking about them. Flacco 28 out of 52, 285, 2 interceptions. Burrow, little bounce back, 3 touchdowns today. Garrett Wilson, 60 yards, 0 touchdowns. I believe got hurt in this game.
Yeah,
See
he's
if
been
he
getting
comes
banged
back.
up.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd, 4 catches, 105, and a touchdown. Go ahead, fire it off.
Cincinnati, you had a must-win game. You took care of business. Sorry, Jets defensive line coach. Don't mess with Quinn Williams. He's a bad dude. He'll kick your ass. The Jets are getting there slowly but surely. Let's see what they look like with Zach Wilson. That's all I need to say, I think.
Yeah, Bengals had every reason to win this game. They had all the motivation. Great sign to see them go on the road and handle business. Good teams do that. Let's go ahead and move on to the Detroit Lions, 24-28.
Man,
They
come
lose
on.
another tough one. They just love
They can't
losing
lose a
these.
game just getting blown out. They got to just get their fucking hearts broken, man.
Goff, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 277. Cousins, 260 for 2 touchdowns. St. Brown, 6 catches for 73. And Dalvin Cook, 17 carries, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. He got hurt in this game.
So did
We're gonna
Amon
see
St.
what
Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Amon St. Brown looks like he's fine, but Dalvin Cook, I believe he's gonna have to wear a plate or something if he does play. So they have Alexander Madison, so they might be fine. But I hate to see the Lions lose a game like this. I felt like they were just a couple of plays away from winning this
They
one.
couldn't put them away. They could
Yeah,
not put them away. Simple as that.
yeah. Shout out to the Vikings though; they get a dub. Try to stay pace with the Green Bay Packers. This one, the Saints, the Panthers. I call this one. Panthers get the dub, 22-14. That score does not replicate how this game was. I thought it was an ass kicking. I thought the Panthers defense came out to play this game. A lot of the young talent. I believe JC Horn had a pick today. I think their first round pick from a couple years back had a pick. Big boy, what's his name?
No, Jeremy
Brown?
Chin. Oh,
No,
Derek Brown?
Brown. Derek Brown had a pick today.
Are you kidding
So
me? Oh
yeah,
my
defense
god. Why did
defense
I
came out
pick
to
you
play.
guys?
Yeah, the Saints, dude. Jameis Winston, 353 yards, doing his best squints impression, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Mayfield managed the game, 170, 1 touchdown. It was the McCaffrey show with 25 carries, 108. Just not enough, dude. Don't trust the Saints. The Saints are not that good. And with Marshawn Lattimore out, I think it was big for their defense to lose him. But the Panthers are not bad. They're not a bad team. You talk about teams that can argue that they can be 3-0. Look at them.
One, I want to say this for the Saints. If you factor out a touchdown they gave up because of an Alvin Kamara fumble, they only gave up 14 points on defense. I don't know. I don't think the Saints are bad. I just think we kind of overestimated them because of all the talent. But Chris Olave looks like a stud. Jameis, man, he'll throw for a lot of yards, but he throws for a lot of picks. I'd rather just have no picks and 200 yards. So I agree with you. Can't trust the Saints right now. We need to see a little bit more. Carolina got the win. Huge win.
Yeah. Big win for Matt Rule. Shout out to Matt Rule. The LA Rams get the dub today, 20-12, beating the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Stafford, 249, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Kyler Murray, 314, 0 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp, 4 receptions, 44 yards, and a rushing touchdown. And Marquise Brown, 14 catches for 140 yards. Like, it's just simply not enough. The Cardinals are just simply not enough. They should have got beat last week by the Raiders. They got kind of put up this week. Like, the Rams just did enough to beat them. And the Cardinals just don't have the firepower on offense to compete with teams. They can't score points. If Kyler Murray is not being a fucking little rodent out there, like a little fucking rat that you can't fucking catch and you can't sack them, they're done.
Mousetrap.
Yeah, if you can't get them in the mousetrap, it's going to be a long day like the Raiders experience. But they don't have anyone on offense, dude. Their offensive line is suspect. They're missing DeAndre Hopkins. It's Marquise Brown or bust. Zach Ertz is not all that. They're throwing to guys like Dortch. Connor's not that
He's
efficient
banged up, first of
running the
all, too.
ball
The
and
O-line's not
banged up.
good.
The Rams just did enough. The Rams do what a good teams do. They beat teams like this. They do just enough to win. I'm not worried about the Rams. They're going through the motions of things right now. They're trying to figure things out with their new team. What did you think?
Yeah, Arizona's just a little light in the ass. The Rams have the more talent. I think the better scheme, the better players. That's what happens to Arizona. They're a little light in the ass, and I think it's going to be a problem throughout the year. They don't have pass rushers. They don't have great coverage guys. They don't have good O-line play. They have a couple fast guys who sometimes make up for the lack of everything they have. Kyler, I love what I saw last week. This week, I kind of saw you kind of go back to your old ways, but I think he's kind of outmatched almost in every matchup so far.
Yeah. Atlanta Falcons get the dub. Shout out to the throw it up Falcons. Throw it up, throw it up. 27-23, beating the Seahawks in Seattle. Mariota 229, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Watching Mariota play football sometimes kills the living shit out of me.
Kills the living shit out of me.
It does, dude. He annoys me. He really does. Geno Smith 32 for 44, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Cordell Patterson, put some respect on C/P. 17 carries, 141 yards, and a touchdown. And DK Metcalf, 5 catches for 64 with a touchdown. Look, C/P, I said it in the offseason, arguably can be a Hall of Famer. He made some great plays today as a running back, as a receiver, whatever the fuck you want to call him. But weapon, dude. Great. That was a great fucking identity for him. Just weapon. What'd you think?
He's better than I ever thought he would be. Other than that, like after that rookie year, everyone was like, this guy can be anything. Then it was like, holy shit, this guy can't do anything. And now it's like, wow, he can do everything again. So the Falcons are going to be fun all year. Seattle had a winnable game. This might be one of the few you have all year. Same for Atlanta. Atlanta made some plays. They got Kyle Pitts involved. Atlanta, I think the future is a little bright on them. They got some players down there. Just throw it up and watch it all fall down.
Exactly. Shout out to Drake London. I want to call out somebody, Chris Sims.
Doesn't make guys miss.
Bullshit. Yeah, you're complete bullshit on that draft analysis. We called it. Shout out to the Max and Juan cast. We said he's smoking fucking dick. Fucking all
well, there goes our shot of ever meeting Chris Sims that you just fucking
it's like he'll love it. He'll love it, okay. Shout out to anyone who's made it this far in the podcast, man. But Drake London makes people miss. All right.
I like what I've seen from Drake London so far.
Yeah, he's legit.
We saved the best for last, baby.
The Houston Texans 20, the Chicago Bears 23. Look, this one, it was an ugly game, dude. Justin Fields played. He played horrible. Justin Fields played horrible. 8 for 17, 106 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Khalil Hoybut, the real Herbert today, showed up. 20 carries, 157 for 2 touchdowns. And Pierce, the running back for the Texans, 80 yards for a touchdown. Look, the Bears, I don't know how the fuck they won this game.
I know.
It was really what it came down to was Roquan Smith got that interception. That's what gave him life. That's what gave him points. The Texans should have won this one. This is a tough one to swallow. Justin Fields, I gotta give criticism where criticism is needed. I know you don't have no weapons, dude, but fuck, some of the throws he had in this game were awful.
Wild.
Disgusting.
Over the middle, 2 times, just overthrew a guy by 10 yards. The passing game, like the whole passing offense looks horrible. He hasn't looked good throwing the ball. But you know what they can do, one? Do you know how many rushing yards they had today?
How much?
281 rushing yards, bro. Ground and fucking pound, baby. That's all you got to do. Bears are 2-1, shockingly. This might be the craziest thing I've seen all year. But you know what? They got the dub. It wasn't pretty. That's Chicago for you in a nutshell. Good luck, Justin Fields. Just keep your head up, kid.
Keep pushing, my guy.
Keep pushing. Keep pounding. Yeah, there you go. Keep pounding.
Bear down. Bear down, my guy. That's it. That's all the games, man. Last segment of the show. If you guys made it this far, we like to do a little TeaBag team of the week. This is basically a team that made a mockery of themselves this week, you know, who just not good. And 2 weeks in a row, I think one of the first times that we have a consecutive TeaBag team of the week, it's the Raiders for me. You're 0-3. You're the worst record in the league. All these expectations, and you're falling straight on your face. I'm not saying that the season's over, but it's not looking good. You're in deep shit. McDaniels, hot seat. Offense, hot seat. Everyone, dude. Everyone but Max Crosby, honestly, and Devontae. Those are like the only two that are not on the hot seat. But Raiders, TeaBag team of the week from me. What about you, Max?
I'm keeping it in the AFC West family, the Chargers, man. My Chargers, my AFC team, I'm always giving praise to. Pick them a year and 4 weeks straight. Next week, I shall not pick them. Unless there's playing someone bad, I'll probably pick them. No, they looked bad from the start. I don't think that game, 38-10, showed how big of an ass whooping that game was. You got to be better than that, Chargers. Brandon Staley, I'm calling you out. Herbert, get healthy, please. The world needs you. Juan hates you, but he needs you. Chargers, you should be 2-1. You're 1-2. You're kind of on the outside looking in right now. Season's not over.
Could
At least
be.
you're not. At least you're not 0-3. I was
At
like
least you're
that.
not 0
That's
3.
all I'm gonna
At least you're
say.
not 0 3. You could be 3-0. Honestly,
Probably should be,
could be,
but
not.
that's it. That's it for
But
me.
they're not. But they're not. Good show, Max.
Thanks, Juan.
Good show.
I'm surprised you even showed your face.
I know. I'm surprised I even showed up. I'm here, 0-3. Still got my shit in the back. You know, it's still Raider Nation. All right, I'm still gonna be yelling Raiders to the day I die. Shout out to everyone who's made it this far. If you guys made it this far, hit the like button. It's free, helps us out. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. All right, get those subs up. Get them up to 1K. All right, road to 1K. We made it to 500. Who's saying that we can't make it to 1K? All right. Keep on supporting us. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the love that we get, even if it's comments that talk shit about us being too hard on Tua. We love it, dude.
Were people saying that?
Oh yeah, they were going at us on that short that we had about
I'm
Tua.
so scared.
They're gonna be lively this week, my boy, because they're 3-0.
Yeah, Tua consoling Josh Allen, and I was like, bro, you played bad, my boy. You ain't play that good. Josh Allen got to be consoling you. Come on,
I just want to
Tua.
say this, Max. You suck at fantasy football. Just admit that.
I don't want to ever play. You fuckers make me play. I never claimed to be good. I never claimed to be good. Also, the week 1 and week 2, it's not my fault. I got fucking dicked by one player. That's not my fault. I was winning. This week, I just threw in the tie. Didn't even check the lineup. Just so you know, even if I played all my best players, I would have lost the first 2 fucking weeks. I didn't do anything wrong.
You got to draft better, my guy. You can't.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play.
You can't draft.
You told me about the draft 10 minutes beforehand, asshole.
You know football, Max. There's no excuse.
Foosball. End the show, please. At least I'm fucking my team's winning real life. You suck. Shut up.
Why you gotta bring that up, dog?
Yeah, well,
you're gotta win in fantasy. Gotta win in fantasy at least.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna end the show, bro. We'll see you guys Tuesday or Wednesday. All right. We are out. Peace.